So I was wrong. Colen's dad is not Jaguar D Sol. Big sad, but we move on to actually finding out in chapter 1135 that his dad is actually a human pirate who can stand toe to toe with the warriors of Elbaf. We also find out that he is the common law husband of Ripley because he's actually a little jealous that she doesn't age and he does. So, with that being said, you know who we haven't covered so far in Elbaf? We haven't covered the man in the Casa hat, whom most of us assume to be the Golden Lion Shiki. So, what I'm getting at is that it's very possible that Shiki is the father of Colen and then the husband of Ripley. On top of that, what's so funny about this, and I'm really wondering if Oda's going to do this or not. If Shiki is the father, there's a very, I guess, funny thing you can point out between Shiki and his crew in the movie Strong World. You see, we all know that Dr. Indigo is a canonical character as he appears in Chapter 0, so he's real. The one character who's not a canonical character who appears in the movie but not anywhere in the manga is Scarlet, the big red gorilla that hangs out with Shiki and Indigo. He's a red gorilla that's wearing a pink suit. What's funny about this is that Colen's hair is pink, which could mean that Ripley's hair is pink. So instead of having a red gorilla in a pink suit, Shiki now in the canon has a son and wife who have pink hair. If that happens, that's going to be super funny. And well, there will be your Scarlet reference. He's traded out a pet gorilla for a wife and child. Very cool. I like it a lot. Additionally, and this could mean something or it could not mean anything, but in the movie Strong World, it is Sanji who fights Scarlet. Scarlet is Sanji's opponent. Indigo is Zoro's opponent, right? But it's funny in the manga here, if Shiki is the father of Colen, that it is Sanji who reacts to Ripley's husband being a human. So in both situations, Sanji's still a part of the scenario. It's just that he fights Scarlet in the movie and then he reacts to Ripley in the manga. On top of that, is shout out to my co-host Zach on the Rose Skull podcast, because we just talked about this in episode 53 of the podcast, but it is a very interesting possibility for a plot point if, say, that Big Mom, if she comes to Elbaf, which she most likely will, if she kidnaps Shiki's son because she wants a giant on Totland that bad. Or alternatively, she could capture Ripley. So that's a high possibility if she is a big character in Elbaf, which she most likely will be. And we still don't know what the relationship between Big Mom and Shiki is, so we'll have to find that out as well. But in addition, and this could be an obvious thing, but I'll just bring it up because some people may not make the connections. So if we're talking about a human pirate that can stand toe-to-toe with the warriors of Elbaf, it's very likely that said pirate could be a pirate of legendary status in the world. So that pirate being someone like Shiki is very likely because he was a former Rocks pirate and he was a pirate that can go toe to toe with Roger, the king of the pirates. So that is likely for said pirate to be someone like Shiki. On top of that, if this really is Shiki, I could then see us getting a flashback to say what the Rocks pirates were back when they were active, maybe get some insight on Big Mom, maybe get some insight on a lot of characters that we haven't really talked about that often. Maybe Kaido, seeing as how the Yamato cover story is going on at the same time. Additionally, too, we know that someone who may or may not be Shanks has shown up on the island. So that does lend us to think about the God Valley incident. And then two, we know that we have Kuma here. Even though he's inactive, he was a part of the Guy Valley incident. That is a significant part of his life. So a lot of pieces are here to talk about a lot of things. Shiki would just make those things more likely. But yeah, we'll have to see where Indigo is too. But with that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede. What?